Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Zodiac Zaturday. Now before we get started, I would like to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe. If you know any air signs, send this video their way so they can learn about themselves maybe just a little bit. Anyway, mwah, I love you and I hope you enjoy. Alright, let's just jump straight into it. We all know that after Taurus comes Gemini, and we'll go ahead and start with what we dislike about them, just because that's how this whole thing works. Now, Gemini is arguably the most, the absolute most hated on sign in the entire zodiac. And while I can see the junction behind it, it's kind of misconstrued, I believe. Personally, it's my opinion, because they do play devil's advocate quite a lot. You could be talking with your good friend that is a Gemini and just trying to vent about something in your life, and you don't really want anybody's opinion on, well, maybe you could think of it from the other side of the other person. Sometimes you just don't need that. You don't want that. You just want to sit there and yell for a minute. You know what I mean? And the Gemini will be like, well, maybe so-and-so is mad because of this reason, and that's why they acted like that. And you're just like, okay, but you're, my friend here. Come on now. Listen to what I have to say about the situation. And, as much as that is a negative, it does also play into the positives of them. Geminis are by far probably the shadiest sign, and that's what honestly the positive is, because if you just need a good laugh about something, you can go to a Gemini and they play devil's advocate with everybody else's life, but on their own, that person screwed me over. Okay, well, I'm gonna tell them about themselves. They don't really apply that to anybody else's situation, but their own. It's funny to listen to them tell a story, because you know that you're gonna probably get the most tea. You're about to get the whole head to toe story out of everything. They will not spare a detail unless it makes them look bad, of course. You know what I mean. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the Cup of Stars. We can see there's only a few prompts left. It's almost over. But let's go ahead and see what our final topic of discussion will be on the Gemini's life. Again, putting it away from me so y'all don't think I'm cheating. But I got one. Here we go. Okay. It says, best situation this sign has put you in. I know this won't focus because it never does, but there we go. Best situation a Gemini has put me in. I'm really trying to dig into the filing cabinet of my brain for this one, because honestly, I don't think I can recall a situation. Let me literally,
wow, okay.
Okay, I think I got one. My cousin, bless her heart, she's a Gemini through and through. I've done her whole chart. She doesn't believe in the zodiac, of course, but I've gone through her whole chart. Gemini, Aquarius. This girl, okay, well, she is the type that, okay, I'm trying to think about how to say this PG. All right. So when she was graduating from college, or from high school, I think it was. Yeah, it was high school. They live in Topeka, Kansas, and she graduated on the 60th anniversary of Brown versus Board of Education. And because of that, Michelle Obama came to Topeka to speak at her high school graduation, And because it was my cousin, I was able to go to her high school graduation and hear Michelle Obama speaking live and in person. And the best part about that thing is I don't know what it was, but literally the Secret Service, because we had to have like 2 or 3 checkpoints. Everybody in my whole family had to line up to get into the metal detectors, everything, make sure they didn't have anything extra on them. But the Secret Service literally just like pulled me out of the crowd and they were like, "You're fine, just go." And I was like, "Okay, Michelle, all right. I know you had nothing to do with that, but like, I see we can chill. We can chill." And I also got a little Michelle Obama t-shirt because I was like, I respect her so much. Who doesn't though? You know what I mean? Love Michelle. Love her to pieces. All right. Now, moving straight along to the second air sign of the zodiac, probably my favorite, one of my absolute favorite signs out of the entire zodiac. And that is Miss Libra. Miss Libra. Okay, well, we have to start with what I hate about them. We all know by this point. Libras are, and I can say this because I've had one of my very best Judies in the world is a Libra. She'll know who she is for sure. I lived with her for a whole year. My mom is a Libra, Scorpio, Libra. My dad is a Libra, Libra. And my dog is a Libra. So we can just go ahead and say I'm pretty well versed in the world of Libras. I feel like we all have that sign in our lives, that it's just like everyone we know is that sign, it seems, but I digress. So Libras are very particular about their self-image. They want to make sure that people see them in the absolute best light possible. And sometimes it's just like, girl, boy, it's okay if somebody doesn't care for you too much, you know, but they will fret over if they think that somebody has an issue with them that's completely irrelevant to their life, somebody who they don't even know, somebody who has no influence over the people that they know, and somebody who has no influence like socially at all where they are. And it's kind of like, you know, like just let it go. Like, we'll all be fine. We'll be good. We'll be good. That person doesn't need to like you. They don't have to like you. They don't really matter, like, at all. So just get over it. It's okay. It's okay. We can get through this together. We're all good. You know, we love you. Somebody else loves you. We're all right. We don't need every single person in our life to make that decision for us. And if you haven't heard my little spiel on that already, my little Valentine's video, you know what I mean. The self-care, I wash my face, wash the insecurities away. But what I like about Libra is honestly, they are the ride or dies of your life. Like, if they love you, they will do just about anything to make sure that you're doing good. They're very loving, they're very kind, they are always beautiful, always pretty, always presenting themselves well. I mean, like I said earlier, they care a lot about self-image, but they are always just like a treat to look at. Like, my roommate would just walk out on a Sunday morning and I'd be like, girl, okay, work. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of like, dang, you dressing up like that to go to Kroger? Like, okay, let's get it. And I like, wow, it's just really nice. And they just make sure that you're doing good, and I love it. They check up on you. They really do. If they love you, if they don't, I mean,
oh well, sucks for you.
You know what I mean? But let's get into it. Let's see what our last prompt on Libra is. Let's see. Ooh, this is a fat piece of paper. Let's see. What does it have to say? Reason you worry about meeting a person with this sign. Let's see. I know it ain't gonna again, but to keep with tradition. All right, throw that to the side. Reasons I worry about meeting a Libra. I think it is kind of that whole self-image thing. I'm kind of like, is this person gonna be high maintenance? Are they going to be a lot about like how are they gonna judge me based on my aesthetic, you know, like am I a little bit too cool to hang out with somebody that looks like that, you know, even though I work it every day, honey. I really do. I go to school in my best of the best. But like sometimes it's just like, do I fit the certain aesthetic that that person wants to achieve in their own life? It's very much like, are they going to be judgmental towards me for not wearing like New York Fashion Week attire every day of the week? You know what I mean? And it's just like, sometimes the energy is just something I don't want to have to put up with, but that's for new people. People that I've known, people that love me for myself, that are Libras, love them to pieces. Okay, now we're going to move on to my personal, probably, sorry Aquarius, least favorite air sign of the air signs. I'm parched. But Aquarius. Ooh. All right. This is easy. This is an easy one. What I dislike about them, they are, how do I say this? They are so far out there. They are completely 100% like out of their minds half the time. Besides the fact that they just look like they popped out of a 90s music video, which is a good thing, you know, it's really pleasing. But the fact that they're like, oh, okay, like I drink draft beer locally, of course, you know, like they're very hipstery, and it's like that's not necessarily a bad thing, but like they're very judgmental hipstery, which, you know, every hipster is, but like to the point where it's just like uncomfortable, you know. They are like that type that like retro meets futuristic, and they don't really know how to balance it out properly. So they're very much that person that's like, oh, I'm so old school. I'm listening to my Marina and the Diamonds on cassette, and it's just like, what? You know, like, love Marina to pieces, saved my life numerous times. We don't need it. But like, God, it's just like, honey, get with the program. Are you really that cool? Are you pushing it maybe just a little bit, you know what I mean? But like, not in their eyes. Now that I've spent probably 4 minutes talking about the negatives, the positives, they are, you know, very, you know, they can be artistic if they channel it properly. Like Harry Styles is an Aquarius, love him so much. They do know, like, if they're not like the biggest tool out of everyone, you know, then they're definitely, you know, the artist. Like they'll be the ones that are at like the coffee shop sketching in their sketch pad and just like minding their own business. If they're, you know, an evolved Aquarius, definitely. Other than that, I really don't know a positive. If there is any, let me know, because I'm lost, you know. But the Cup of Stars, the last prompt for the video, the last prompt for air signs. All right, here we go. Let's see. Ooh, we'll let you read it first, even though I don't think this ever works. Is it focusing? Maybe. I can barely see it in the little focus thing. Okay, it says PG, love, marry, kill. And I'm assuming I wrote that in response to like the entire, like all of the elements. Let me actually pick that up to see what the categories are. Okay, so let's remember it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the prompt is love, marry, kill. Okay, we'll start reverse order. Kill, Aquarius, sorry girl, like bye. She's strapped. Then we'll go to marry. Libra. I want them in my life all the time. I love them. Like I said, everyone I know is a Libra, it seems. So I'm very used to that energy. I could get it and go, you know what I mean? And then love the Gemini because, you know, sometimes, although I've never personally been in a relationship, I'm sure you need the devil's advocate while you're in one, just so you know, like, if somebody, just to balance you out personally, you know, like maybe you're having a bad day because somebody did something and you need somebody to be like, okay, well, your boss is your boss and they need production up. That's why they treat you like a wild animal at work. You know, I guess maybe that would come in handy. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. But toodaloo to that prompt. And that basically is the end of this week's Zodiac Zaturday. Tune in next week, which is my birthday, like fireworks, March 2nd, whenever we talk about water signs, and that'll just so happen to be Pisces season. And I'm glad that I was able to somehow time this out properly to end on my birthday, which is also the day after I get to see Maddie Doesn't Exist perform live for the very first time. Maybe I'll get some little footage of that going and we can see if we can make some sort of vlog out of that performance. I don't know. I've never done the whole vlog thing, so we'll see how that works out. But I love you. You're beautiful. You're kind. You're the best in the world. Remember that you are loved. Remember to love yourself. Remember that I love you. And that's all that matters, really. I'm joking. But, bye.